Hi guys, so today I'm going to run you through how to make visually attractive images in Photoshop. This is an image that I've prepared and I've used three different stock images. I've applied some Photoshop effects to them as well as a background to make my own image. Firstly, we're going to start off by creating a workspace where we're going to edit the photos that we're wanting to use. So we're going to go File, New. We're going to give our Photoshop file a name. I've named mine Tutorial Workspace. Make sure the preset is on International Paper and the size on A4 and click OK. Next, we're going to create a new layer and we're going to create a black canvas on which we're going to do all of our editing. So make sure that the color picker is on black, select the paint bucket tool and then dye the canvas black. So we'll select our first image. I've decided to use the one with the huskies and I want the huskies without the white background, so I'm going to use the quick selection tool to make a selection of all the areas that I want to copy. In the event you do select something you do not wish to include in your selection, you can hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and then just deselect all the areas that you do not wish to include. Once you've made your selection, hold down Ctrl C on your keyboard, create a new layer, and on the new layer press Ctrl V to paste your selection. You then need to hide the original image to reveal your copied selection. Now as you can see, the edges are rough, so we're going to tidy the image up using the eraser tool. So once you've tidied the entire image up, you'll use the blur tool to soften all the edges. And once you've done that, you'll end up with something looking like this. So I've done the same process for my next two images, and this is what I've ended up with. Okay, so we're going to go back to the first image and we're going to apply an effect to it. So on the blending mode, we're going to select multiply. Now because of the black background, this effect will not show up, but once you move it over to the canvas on which we're going to place all of our final edited images, you'll be able to see the effect. Right, on the second image, we're going to right click on that image and select blending options. We'll select bevel and emboss. Make sure the direction is on up, and for the style we're going to select pillow emboss. We'll then select drop shadow and make sure that the distance is on 5, the spread on 0 and the size on 5, and select OK. So now we'll hide this image and go to our third and final image. On that image, right click again, select blending options. We're going to select bevel and emboss. Make sure the style once again is on pillow emboss and the direction on up, and then we're going to also select drop shadow again. This time make sure the size is on 5, the spread on 67%, and then the size on 9, and select OK. Now you can also adjust the lightness or darkness of an image by selecting image, going adjustments and then curves, and you can either make the image lighter or darker depending on the image that you choose to use, but in my case the image is fine as it is, and this is what I'll be using. Now in the next part of my tutorial we'll conclude the image and we'll show you the final steps.